alarming and devastating. Conflict has returned to the world's youngest country. Since last December, more than 300,000 South Sudanese have fled across to neighboring countries. To reach Ethiopia, refugees are walking for weeks, many without shoes over difficult and remote terrain. Arrivals here have been as high as 2,000 a day. Food is scarce, and seasoned humanitarian workers are seeing shocking levels of malnourishment. Last month, Antonio Guterres, the High Commissioner for Refugees, and the World Food Programme's Executive Director, Ethiopia Cousin, came to the region.
Is indeed a tragedy that should be avoided at all costs. Even if we do everything we can, even if we provide the best possible assistance, this is not the solution. We don't want to see the South Sudanese again for many years remaining in exile in these countries. Peace is an absolute must.
In Uganda, the pace of arrivals is over 200 people a day, mostly women and children. To give the refugees a bit of a start, the government gives them a plot of land to grow food. Community integration is encouraged, but still the displacement is heartbreaking. Children taken out of schools, families separated, lives lost. Refugees are also fleeing to Sudan and Kenya. In Uganda, there are now over 102,000 Sudanese refugees. In Ethiopia, just over 100,000. In Sudan, 67,000. And Kenya, 34,000. And in South Sudan itself, nearly 1 million people have been displaced. Most of the region is hard to reach. Roads are poor. There's a lack of security. And now the rains have arrived.
Because of the conflict, we're now in a situation where we're airdropping food to get to people so that they have food that they haven't had access to for the last several months during the conflict period.
There is a very real threat of famine. Over 1 million people are in urgent need of assistance. The capacity to assist and protect the vulnerable must be reinforced to save lives. The worry is that the number of refugees crossing borders could provoke a funding crisis. So far, UNHCR has less than 10% of the money it needs. To avert this crisis across the region, more must be done now.